Sons of the Prophet is a really unique play. It's a dark comedy. There are moments that you're not quite sure what to make of some of the lines. You're uncomfortable with the fact that you're laughing with some of this stuff, but I think that's what makes it really great and certainly really unique.
The reason that it's called Sons of the Prophet is that the central character, Joseph, and his family, they are Americans. They live in Pennsylvania, but they're second generation Lebanese, and they are distantly related to Khalil Gibran, who wrote the best-selling sort of self-help book, The Prophet.
It's tragic, it's funny, it's sweet, it's endearing, it's about family, and it's complicated.
It's a play that's dealing with some really big and profound universal issues. They talk about access to healthcare.
Dealing with going through an illness that isn't getting diagnosed, and dealing with loss of family.
It talks about football and how a community's obsession with football can get tangled up in issues of justice and fairness.
What is it like to experience loss, and how to be a family?
It deals with suffering and ways to cope with that.
And yet somehow the playwright Stephen Karam has figured out how to make it incredibly funny.
I'm a sucker for anything that has important things to say in a funny way.
I do have it, but I'm not feeling it.
Well, it's been really fun to approach the design for this, starting primarily with the scenic designer, Joe Varga. I'm really excited with what he came up with. We've been inspired by some stunning paintings by an artist named Lionel Feininger that have this gorgeous use of light and geometry. There's something about this play where the characters are very real. The scenes are played in a very naturalistic style, but the play itself is not naturalistic. So Joe and I had these fascinating conversations very early on about how to achieve that.
Charles, what's the problem?
There's no problem.
I'm saying, I'd like to say something.
No, just
Can I have
ignore
the
him.
microphone?
Sorry.
Let me say this.
Here, give this to him here.
It's a fairly large cast for us, it's 8. 2 of them are members of our advisory company, Karen Miller and Michael Harold. We have 2 actors coming back to us who were both in the Farnsworth Invention. Nick Harrison, who played Philo Farnsworth, as well as Jake Penner, who played the young Sarnoff. Angela Iannone from Milwaukee, Marcus Trushinsky playing the central character of Joseph. And then we've also got the wonderful Deb Clifton from Milwaukee, and we have one of the MFA acting students from the UW-Madison, Riley Faison. It's just a wonderful combination of familiar faces and new energy.
No, I quit.
You should absolutely not miss this show. It's funny and it's going to send you home thinking.
It's tragic, it's dramatic, it's sexy,
I think this is going to be one of the funniest shows that Forward has done in a long time.
and it's funny.
I can really see an audience, particularly a Madison audience, enjoying this show.
Come have a good time in the theater and then go home feeling like you've learned something about being a human being.